This is a recording of the Spring 2025 edition of Islington Life, your local magazine from Islington Council. This recording is being made from a document provided by Islington Council. The recording has been divided into the following 12 tracks. This track, track 1, contains this introduction and the contents page. Track 2, the welcome. Track 3, news and events. Track 4 features Talking Rubbish. Track 5 features Sharing is Caring. Track 6 Jobs and Money. Track 7 Community Safety. Track 8 Greener, Healthier. Track 9 Health. Track 10 Decent Homes. Track 11 Children and Young People, and track 12, Local Life. On the front cover, Islington Life, your local magazine from Islington Council, Spring 2025. Spring Greening, Islington, for a more equal future. The new and improved Barnard Park. Meet Islington's waste warriors. The joy of becoming an adult carer. Page 2, the contents. Page 3, welcome, message from the leader of the council. Page 4, news and events, Easter activities, Sobel reopens and In Bloom is back. Page 10, jobs and money, Black excellence, and we meet Amy of Rival Boxing Gym. Page 12, Community Safety, how the Council is tackling antisocial behaviour. Page 14, Greener, Healthier, easy ways to save energy and the benefits of volunteering. Page 16, Health, supporting unpaid carers plus ways to stop smoking. Page 18, Decent Homes, helps spruce up Islington and get planting spring bulbs. Page 21, Children and Young People, free Easter activities for kids, and meet the new young mayor. Page 22, Local Life, what to expect from Carib Eats Rain at the Black Cultural Centre. On the cover, page 15, Park Life, page 6, Talking Rubbish, page 8, Sharing is Caring. End of track 1. Track 2, page 3, the welcome. Councillor Una O'Halloran, leader of the council. Spring has well and truly sprung here in Islington. It's a season for renewal with longer days, fresh blooms, and a chance to embrace new habits that make a difference. Throughout the spring edition of Islington Life, you'll see amazing examples of people making our borough a better place for all, including our cover stars, the lovely friends of Barnard Park, whose volunteer work is helping make the newly improved park as beautiful and welcoming as it can be. More on that on pages 15 and 22. Here in Islington, we're looking to build a greener, healthier borough, and recycling plays a huge part in that. In this issue, you'll get to meet some of our eco-champions, including the youngsters who won our competition to name the borough's first food waste recycling truck. Keep a lookout for our proudly green, fully electric food waste muncher truck, which is gobbling up Islington's food waste. When you properly recycle your leftovers, they're transported by the muncher to a special facility where they're turned into green energy and compost. Across Islington, the average household produces just under 350 kilograms of waste every year, roughly the same weight as an adult polar bear. Only around 30% of this is reused, recycled or composted. To have real impact, we need to recycle more. You can find out more in this edition about how you can play your part, pages 8 to 9. Tackling the climate emergency means looking at all the ways we can be more sustainable. That's why we're featuring an interview with Lauren, one of our Green Skills coordinators, on the small changes we can all make to ensure our homes are as energy efficient as possible. Whether that's turning down the thermostat by just 1 degree or having a go at DIY draft proofing, pages 14 to 15. Speaking of making a difference, we're on the lookout for more amazing shared lives carers. These are ordinary people who choose to welcome adults with a learning disability, autism, or a mental health condition into their lives. In this issue, you'll hear from Shared Lives carers Michael and Keisha about the incredible benefits that the scheme has given them and the wonderful people they're caring for, pages 6 to 7. We also know that there are people across our borough who provide a vital lifeline to their vulnerable partners, relatives or friends. Often those providing this support don't realise that they are unpaid carers. If that sounds like you or someone you know, then read our feature on unpaid carers to find out how you can get the support you're entitled to through the Islington Carers Hub, pages 16 to 17. Whether it's by making a pledge to recycle more or by taking the time to appreciate Islington's amazing carers, together we can make a difference this spring. Enjoy the edition. Una O'Halloran. To receive news and updates directly to your inbox, visit islington.gov.uk/stay updated. View this and previous issues online at issueu.com/IslingtonLife mag. Be the first to hear about the latest news. Visit IslingtonLife.London. Follow us on X at IslingtonBC. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Search for Islington Council. Get in touch. Email us at islingtonlife@islington.gov.uk. Other formats. If you would like Islington Life in large print, audio tape or another format, please call 020 7527 7301. Recycle Me. Please recycle this magazine once you've finished with it. End of track 2. Track 3, page 4, News and Events. 100 years of Islington Town Hall. On the 17th of January, 100 years ago, the foundation stone was laid, marking the beginning of the build of Islington's beautiful Town Hall on Upper Street. Its neoclassical style and stunning Art Deco features have been lovingly cared for and restored over the years and have been the setting for many events. Protests, Arsenal parades and countless weddings, including the first same-sex marriage in London in March 2014. Look out for info on celebrations to mark the centenary on our website and social channels at Islington BC on X and at Islington Council on Instagram. Want your wedding in this historic building? Head to Say I Do Islington for more info and to get in touch. sayidoislington.com. Private renters, we need you. Islington Council is reviewing its property licensing schemes to ensure private renters have access to safe, high-quality housing. Your feedback is vital. Share your views to help shape policies that protect tenants and hold landlords accountable. Head to Islington Council's Let's Talk page to share your views. Let's talk.islington.gov.uk/renting. Get your garden waste subscription. Sign up to our Green Garden Waste subscription for fortnightly collections 2025/6. Now, on a 12-month rolling subscription, the annual price is frozen at £75. Plus, we're offering a reduced rate for even more of our residents who need it. Let us know if you receive universal credit, housing benefit, council tax relief, pension credit, attendance allowance, disability living allowance, or personal independence payments to get a discount on your garden waste collections. islington.gov.uk/garden waste. Working together as a borough of sanctuary. As a borough of sanctuary, the council provides vital support for refugees and migrants. Since March 2022, the Homes for Ukraine scheme has welcomed 607 Ukrainian nationals to Islington, helping people into housing and employment. Hosts receive monthly payments. If you're open to hosting, email resettlement@islington.gov.uk. islington.gov.uk/Borough of Sanctuary. That's a wrap on Islington Climate Panel. The Islington Climate Panel is set to hold its final session, marking the end of a year-long engagement process led by the Council. Over the past year, panel members have worked together to explore practical ways to enhance Islington's resilience to climate change, focusing on areas such as green spaces, emergency planning, and community-led action. The final session will celebrate the panel's achievements and the dedication of its members. Council officers will also share progress updates, key outputs from the process, and details of a report to be published in the coming weeks. islington.gov.uk/climate panel. Sobel's had a facelift. Have you checked out the new facilities at Sobel Leisure Centre yet? The whole centre has had an overhaul with a new gym, sports hall, changing rooms and much more. The kids' active play area has been a huge hit, providing exciting active play for babies and kids under 10, plus a cafe for carers to relax in. better.org.uk/Sobel. Pay council tax online. Council tax bills will be landing across the borough this month. The money collected helps to fund more than 600 services across Islington, every one of which is focused on making Islington a more equal place. To find out about paying by direct debit and switching to paperless billing, and for information on financial support and other initiatives that could help you, visit the Council's website, islington.gov.uk/council tax. Islington in Bloom is back. Get involved in Islington's most exciting horticultural competition. You don't need any experience or even a garden to take part, with categories including Best Window Box, Best Tree Pit Garden and more. The competition opens in May, so keep an eye on the website for details. Entrants get a free bag of compost. islington.gov.uk/inbloom. Free Easter activities. Look out for free family-friendly activities happening in Islington libraries this Easter holiday. There'll be something for all ages and materials are provided. Check out the IslingtonLife Things to Do page for more information or drop into your local library to see what's happening. islingtonlife.london /things-to-do. End of track 3. Track 4, page 6, features. Talking rubbish. The average Islington household produces 349 kilograms of waste every year. That's about the same as an adult polar bear or 50 watermelons. About 30% of this currently gets reused, recycled or composted, but to have a real impact we all need to do more. We speak to some of the people in Islington who are playing their part to make that happen. Rune, Year 5 pupil and chair of the Gower School Eco Committee. At school we talk about protecting the planet a lot, so we were all so excited at the chance to help name the new food waste vehicle. All the classes suggested names for the electric food waste truck. It was amazing that the food waste muncher won. We were all so excited when the lorry made a surprise visit here, and to see that it even had teeth painted on it to match the name. We're all going to be looking out for it around Islington. Our Eco Committee runs sales to recycle our books and clothes, monitors the school's electricity and water usage, and tries to reduce the plastics in the snacks we bring in. We also really enjoy raising money to sponsor endangered animals, and over the last few years have sponsored a penguin, giant panda, tiger and a jaguar. Our planet is in danger and we're working really hard to stop damaging it. Nicole, Estate Recycling Officer. I'm a Senior Estate Recycling Officer at Islington Council. We visit different estates across the borough and look for ways to improve recycling facilities. This could be adding more recycling bins or changing the layout and location of the bins to make it easier and more convenient for residents to recycle. We've completed work on more than 40 estates so far, which is around 4,000 households. One estate we've made improvements to is Grimthorpe House, where we added more recycling bins with lovely new enclosures, as well as new signage and information for residents. The work is ongoing, but we've already had some great feedback from residents about how the changes are helping them recycle more and that their estate is looking much cleaner and nicer. If recycling is easy and convenient, people naturally do it more. This is just the beginning. We're committing £2 million to improve recycling on our estates as part of our Thriving Neighbourhoods programme. So, if you live on an Islington estate, you will likely see improvements like this taking place near you. In terms of what you can do to help, recycle whatever you can. If you're not recycling food waste, get in touch and we can help set this up for you. It's completely free. Consider what you're buying where you can and ditch the plastic bag or bottle, invest in something reusable, or hold on to what you've got and take it with you to the shops or when you're out and about. The best thing to do is reduce the amount wasted in the first place and then recycle what we can. Cindy, resident. I've lived in Islington for around 26 years and I love it here. It's great living in a borough I can easily cycle around, and I appreciate that the council is working to make the place greener. We live on a planet with around 8 billion people, and it feels like the consumption never stops. We're constantly generating waste. I think for anybody who cares about nature and future generations, or who has a love of earth, it's very concerning. The council has made it so much easier and more convenient for people to recycle, and it's free. I know there are a lot of pressures on people these days, but recycling is such a simple way to do your bit, and it helps you too. We're a family of 5 and we generate 1 small bag of waste that goes into our general waste bin every week. The rest gets recycled. Once you start, it becomes a routine and habit. I know it's harder for people living in flats and on estates, but the council is making changes to make it more straightforward. One thing I would say, if you're already doing dry recycling but not food waste, why not? It's so easy and it makes your home nicer because it means your general waste bin doesn't smell or need cleaning so often. You just put the waste into your little caddy and every few days just pop it into the brown bin outside, meaning your kitchen is cleaner and fresher. Chaya, Recycling Engagement Door Knocker. I work as part of the door knocking team for SMSR, which works with Islington Council on engagement around recycling. Our aim is to try and understand why people do or don't recycle food waste and offer the tools to help them do it. We go around the borough, direct to people's homes and talk to them, finding out if they need food recycling bags, if they recycle their food waste, or if they need a food waste caddy, for example. Listening to residents, lots of people are already doing their bit by recycling their plastic bottles and cardboard and so on, which is great. For those who aren't yet doing this, we explain how recycling would help make Islington and the planet a healthier place for us and for future generations. When it comes to recycling food waste, people have told me they worry it will be smelly, that they're unsure what food they can recycle and that it will take too much time or it's too difficult to get the bin. That's where we come in. We chat to them and explain the benefits of food waste recycling, that it's free, convenient and easy, and the council will support you to do it. You can get the bags from your local library or leisure centre. Any discomfort or possible inconvenience is massively outweighed by the benefits you are making by recycling. To learn more about recycling, what you can and can't recycle, book bulky waste collection, or to order a food waste caddy or bin bags, visit islington.gov.uk/recycling. End of track 4. Track 5, page 8, features Sharing is Caring. As Shared Lives carers, dozens of ordinary people in Islington choose to welcome adults with a learning disability, autism or mental health condition into their home and their lives, bringing benefits to all. But Islington needs more of them. We caught up with Michael, who cares for Lee, and Keisha, who cares for Lua, Adrian and Patricia, to find out why more people should consider getting involved. Michael became a Shared Lives carer after stepping back from his successful cabinet-making business. He has been looking after Lee for about 10 months. My mother was a foster carer for 40 years, so it's just one of the things that I picked up, he says, sat with a cup of tea at his kitchen table with Lee. It slotted in perfectly with me. I enjoy seeing the happiness that comes out of it all. The Shared Lives team went through a careful matching process for Lee, arranging for Michael to visit him for a chat. We gelled straight away, says Michael. He was very nervous to start with, but now he's not shy at all. The pair meet at Michael's home twice a week and decide what to do for the day. I look forward to seeing him because he always smiles when he first sees me, says Michael. When we meet, he switches off and comes out of his shell. Lee likes the arts factory and doing the arts, watching films, going for walks and seeing what's out there. He loves dancing to music too. Lee chips in. I like going to Sainsbury's, and Michael laughs. He loves a bit of shopping and gets involved with that, and walking the dog in the fresh air, as well as the adventure park and Natural History Museum. We've been to London Zoo, that was fun. We try to mix it up, and if there's stuff he likes, we'll go and do it again. Michael has helped Lee grow in confidence and has been an important male role model. Lee's a lot more positive now. He also asks for the things he wants, and he will hold a conversation, which is a leap for him. We opened a bank account for him, and he got into a full-blown conversation about it, whereas before he'd go, "I don't know." His mum said he's a lot more tolerant now too, and doesn't argue so much with her. One of the most important things to bear in mind if you're thinking of becoming a shared lives carer is you must be diligent and very patient, says Michael. If you have those qualities, then it's worth getting involved with, as it's very rewarding. The appreciation you receive from the individual you're caring for is priceless. Keisha, another shared lives carer, agrees. Your heart has to be in it, she says, but if you're a caring person, the rewards are huge. After discovering shared lives online, Keisha fits her caring roles with Lewa and siblings Adrian and Patricia around managing her online businesses, spending time with the siblings 2 days a week, and having Lewa to stay over at hers 1 night a month. What's good about it is, as well as matching with your timetable, the people at Shared Lives also find you a match with your family layout, says Keisha, who has 2 teenage children herself. She has taken the siblings to Madame Tussauds, Arsenal's Emirates Stadium, and the Home Museum in Hoxton, in addition to bowling, chair yoga, and lots of visits to charity shops. They've allowed me to experience things that I wouldn't normally do, which is a good thing, Keisha continues. But they also spend time relaxing, watching television, or doing art and crafts at home. I feel like it's made them a lot more independent, she says. Also, it eases that pressure on their family members and gives them peace of mind. It takes a lot to match, but I have the perfect match. I love them. Lewa was matched with Keisha because her father wanted a feminine, motherly figure for her with a similar background, plus a lot of energy. Lewa is very loving, continues Keisha, while Lewa says Keisha is very friendly and has been a great benefit to my life, adding, "I want to see her more." Keisha enjoys being a carer so much she would do it for free if she could. I just love doing it, making sure they're happy and giving the family the break that they need. You're taking care of someone else's child, and a lot of the time their mental capacity is younger than their age. You have to take them on almost as if they are your own. Keisha continues. Adrian and Patricia are part of the family, and my children are so happy when they see them, and it should be like that. They should feel like they're going from a home to another home. To discuss becoming a carer or to register for the upcoming information event on Thursday the 3rd of April, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. at Daylight, 14 to 16, Highbury Grove, N5 2EA. Email sharedlives@islington.gov.uk or call the team on 020 7527 7661. For more information, visit islington.gov.uk/shared lives. End of track 5. Track 6, page 10, Jobs and Money. Celebrating Black Excellence. In 2022, Tricia Blake and Natalie Royer formed Black Excellence, a community interest company established to spotlight black entrepreneurship, celebrate cultural diversity, and create lasting opportunities for black-owned businesses. They tell us more about what they do and why they think it's important to support underrepresented groups in business and beyond. Tricia and Natalie's journey began several years ago when they met working together for a housing association. Tricia, also a jewellery maker, found a natural partner in Natalie, who specialises in PR, marketing and branding. Combining their strengths, shared values and commitment to giving people a platform and opportunities to succeed, Black Excellence was born. We both have a strong work ethic and play to our strengths, Natalie explains. Out of our initial conversations came the idea for Black Excellence. That grew during the COVID-19 pandemic when there was a global focus on racial justice following the death of George Floyd. We wanted to do our bit to address systemic inequalities in housing, education, business and healthcare, and turn our ideas into action. Black Excellence is about creating opportunities and visibility for black business leaders and entrepreneurs. Tricia and Natalie use their expertise in business to help people fulfill their potential. They also put on events in places like markets, giving traders the opportunity to showcase their products to lots of people. Black Excellence is a not-for-profit organisation, so we can apply for funding and support our vendors to make money, adds Tricia. That's how we can keep costs down for market pitches and provide events in popular, busy areas with great footfall. Black Excellence does more than provide space for businesses, though. It offers a rounded package of support to help them develop. Through mentorship, workshops and tailored resources, Black Excellence supports entrepreneurs at every stage. For instance, they guided a young fashion entrepreneur to host her first fashion show, offering the logistical and promotional support she needed to help bring her vision to life. Workshops on topics such as accounting and brand identity are another important part of their offer. We teach people and point them in the right direction, says Natalie. One of Black Excellence's most successful ventures has been its series of pop-up events. These have taken place across London, including 3 that took place recently in Islington's Archway Market. The events showcased black-owned businesses with an emphasis on female and young entrepreneurs. Tricia and Natalie are especially passionate about inspiring young people. Not everyone is academic, but that doesn't mean they can't be brilliant entrepreneurs, says Natalie. The organisation runs workshops aimed at helping young people to develop their business plans and explore their entrepreneurial potential. For women, the focus is on empowerment and flexibility. We want women to see that they can work from home, run a business and take care of their children, Tricia emphasises. It's about showing them that anything is possible. Following the success of recent pop-up events at Archway Market, Black Excellence will be running monthly events for black-owned businesses. Want to stay updated about Black Excellence? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Black Excellence CIC. If you are interested in becoming a trader at one of Islington's markets, visit islington.gov.uk/markets. Homegrown talent. Amy Andrew, rival boxing gym. Amy is a Commonwealth featherweight champion and undefeated professional boxer. Together with her husband, fellow boxer Newman Hussain, and former world kickboxing champion John Durrant, Amy opened Rival Boxing Gym on Caledonian Road in April 2024. She tells us how she got into boxing and how she's making Rival a space where everyone feels welcome. My journey into boxing wasn't traditional. I used to be a journalist and was asked to write a piece on boxing. I signed up for a white-collar fight to help tell that story. I trained hard, and it sparked a love of boxing that has stayed with me. I got into amateur boxing and won the English and New Zealand titles before turning professional. Opening rival boxing gym was a long-held dream for me, Newman and John. When we found this space on Cally Road, we knew it was the perfect location. Islington has a rich boxing history, and Cally has a vibrant community feel about it. We all live locally too. The gym has 2 floors. Upstairs we focus on boxing, from beginner classes to pro-level training. Downstairs we've got mixed martial arts, MMA, which has a thriving local scene. 2 local girls recently became junior world champions. Thanks to the Cally Traders Association, we'll soon be installing a state-of-the-art MMA cage, which will be a total game changer. I cried when I found out. We've worked hard to make our gym welcoming to everyone. We run women-only classes and free Saturday sessions for 11 to 20-year-olds with disabilities, and plenty of programs for kids. I know how intimidating boxing gyms can feel, so it's important for me that we provide opportunities for everyone to give it a go. End of track 6. Track 7, page 12, Community Safety. Community Champion, Wasim Sagir of Park Guard. The Council's Civil Protection Service works with the police and other partners to tackle antisocial behaviour, ASB. We speak to Patrol Officer Wasim Sagir about Park Guard's role in that partnership, building trust with the community, and the importance of listening. What does Park Guard do? The Council hires Park Guard to patrol parks, public spaces, residential areas and estates daily, working with council teams to reduce disturbances, help vulnerable people and improve safety. What does a typical workday look like? I work 3 p.m. until midnight, visiting estates all over Islington. Other officers visit parks, while some respond to reports of antisocial behaviour from our control room. The places we visit are locations that have been flagged by the Council. That is, areas they have received a high number of ASB complaints. These are called hotspots. To tackle this, we do our best to get to know the area and the residents, engage with young people, support the elderly, and build relationships. How do you help vulnerable people? We go on joint patrols with outreach and drug support services. We chat to people and help those sleeping rough, people using drugs, and people with mental health problems to get the treatment, support and accommodation they need. How do you tackle ASB? We go on joint patrols with the police most weeks, combining our efforts and sharing our knowledge to address local concerns and engage with members of the public. Our team also compiles detailed reports for the Council, highlighting specific incidents of antisocial behaviour. To tackle such issues, we issue written warnings to individuals whose actions disrupt the community, making it clear that if they carry on with that behaviour, it could result in a formal community protection notice. What inspired you to become a Park Guard officer? I grew up on a council estate in London and saw things when I was younger that I didn't agree with. Being there to help the community and engage with young people means that things can be different. People trust us to help them, which means a lot to me. Can you share a success story? I helped someone who was sleeping in a stairwell on the top floor of a block near Central Street. He was hungry and asking for help. He told me about the grief he experienced during the pandemic. He was surprised to see me return to him with warm food. That gave him hope. I passed his information on to my supervisor Glenn, and he has now been supported into accommodation. There have been numerous occasions like this where I've helped someone and brought them comfort. They appreciate it because they want to be listened to. It's similar with kids who are going through tough times. I listen to them and try to guide them in the right direction. What's the best part of the job? Being able to help people. I've had times when a resident was sleep deprived because of noisy neighbours, and they told me they could finally get a good night's sleep because of the work we had done. Even little things like a resident spotting us in their neighbourhood, waving at us and saying thank you for being here is an achievement I'm more than happy with. Look out for the new neighbourhood patrol team coming soon to the borough and the next issue of Islington Life. If you experience or witness antisocial behaviour, report it at islington.gov.uk/report ASB or call on 020 7527 7272. You said, we did. Improving safety in Tollington. Each issue, we look at a different issue raised by local people and explain what the council is doing to fix it. This time, tackling antisocial behaviour in Tollington. You said, there have been people sleeping rough, using drugs and taking part in antisocial behaviour. So, Islington Council worked with the police to share information and increase patrols of both uniformed and plainclothes officers in the area. The council also worked with Park Guard, who patrolled Blenheim Court and Bennett Court daily, issuing warnings for antisocial behaviour when they spotted it. There is now increased support for and outreach to vulnerable people. The area is visited daily. Rough sleepers are helped into housing, and those struggling with drug or alcohol addiction are offered treatment. The council has also received funding to install gates and carry out other structural improvements to make estates more secure. Temporary CCTV has been installed to help monitor hotspots more closely. With your help, the council also identified hotspots for fly tipping and issued fines. As a result of these interventions and more, reports of antisocial behaviour in Tollington have fallen. For a more detailed look at the project, visit the council's consultation page letstalk.islington.gov.uk/safer-spaces-Tollington. Green Garden Waste Subscription. Sign up to our Green Garden Waste subscription for your fortnightly collections, 2025/6. Visit islington.gov.uk/garden waste or call 020 7527 2000. End of track 7. Track 8, page 14, Greener, Healthier, Energy Saving Mode. Spring is the perfect time to tackle those home improvements you've been putting off all winter, especially if they make your home greener and more efficient to run. We speak to Green Skills Coordinator Lauren Davis about how small changes can make your home more comfortable throughout the year. We're working on different ways people can save energy, reduce their bills and make home improvements with very simple DIY skills, explains Lauren, who runs energy-saving workshops through the Adult Community Learning Programme at Islington Council. The sessions address common issues such as damp and mould, drafts and poor insulation, challenges that affect many homes year-round. At the workshops, residents can learn varied skills. You might look at how to seal drafty doors and windows to retain warmth in winter and keep out hot air in summer, or how to use insulating window film to keep rooms warmer in colder months and cooler when temperature rises. Attendees will also pick up tips to improve ventilation, reduce condensation and prevent damp and mould, a must for any season. It's not just about energy savings. These skills build residents' confidence in making small, impactful changes to their homes, Lauren continues. We want them to leave feeling empowered to take charge of their energy use. Spring is a time for renewal, and retrofitting your home is one of the best ways to embrace that spirit. Making energy efficiency upgrades like improved insulation and better ventilation helps homes stay warm in winter, cool in summer and more resilient to extreme weather caused by climate change. Not only does it save on energy bills, but it contributes to efforts to reduce Islington's impact on the planet. By taking these steps, you're investing in a greener future for your family and your community. For more info about the workshops or retrofitting your home, email lauren.davis@islington.gov.uk or visit adultlearning.islington.gov.uk. Park life. In each issue, we delve into the different ways parks and green spaces can be beneficial for our well-being. This time we speak to friend of Barnard Park, Jo Murray, about why she loves her local park and the benefits of volunteering. When did you get involved with your local park? I've lived in the area since 1964, when Islington was quite run down. I used the park a lot with my children and then my grandchildren. It was a neighbour who got me involved in the Friends of Barnard Park in around 2009. We got the council to sort out the lighting and toilets, which meant the park felt safer and more welcoming for people. What do you love about Barnard Park? It's a real community round here, and the park is central to that. It's used by people of all ages and backgrounds. Lots of local people don't have a garden, so it's really important to make sure the park is well looked after. With Islington being such a built-up area, we need to look after what precious green space we have. Barnard Park has been transformed recently with a new football pitch, outdoor gym and table tennis table. It's great to have new facilities for young people. The park also has better paths, more seating, lovely areas for people to have a picnic or sunbathe, and a new community hub for events. Read more on the improvements on page 23. Why do you volunteer? Helping out in your local park is so rewarding. We do all sorts of different gardening activities and sometimes summer or winter events. I'm a retired nurse, so I really see the health benefits of being out in the fresh air and being in nature. The sense of working together and feeling part of your local community is really special. Most parks have a Friends of group, so that's a good way to find out how you can get involved. You get a great sense of achievement seeing your hard work pay off when things grow and the park looks gorgeous. To contact the Friends of Barnard Park, email friends@barnardpark.org and check out other volunteering opportunities, islington.gov.uk/parks volunteering. 5 ways to make your home energy efficient. 1. Turn down your thermostat by just 1 degree. This can save you £90 a year. If you are or live with someone who's elderly, have vulnerabilities or have small children, then it's important that the temperature does not go below 18 degrees centigrade. 2. Adjust your radiator valves. Only heating rooms that are in use can help to reduce wasted energy in unoccupied spaces. Use draft excluders to prevent heat escaping. 3. Have a go at DIY draft proofing. Older homes are often drafty, but simple fixes like letterbox excluders, door brushes and window draft strips from your local DIY shop can help. These changes could save you £80 a year and make your home more comfortable. 4. Protect your home from warm summer rays. To keep your home cool in summer, block direct sunlight using curtains or blinds. You can also use temporary indoor shutters or external awnings to help keep rooms cool. 5. DIY air conditioner. To make a DIY air conditioner, place a bowl of ice in front of a fan. This will send cool water vapour into your room. End of track 8. Track 9, page 16, Health. Health check. Supporting unpaid carers. Local resident Liz talks to IslingtonLife about how she came to recognise herself as an unpaid carer, how much she appreciates the support available at Islington Carers Hub, and how other unpaid carers can make the most of it. Tell us about your journey as a carer. I first became a carer in 2007 when my husband had liver failure. He was diabetic and had to have both legs amputated because he had gangrene in his feet. I was working full-time as well as raising my 2 boys, so it was really difficult. I have arthritis myself, so it wasn't easy looking after him, but with my help he had a good life before he died in 2017. A few weeks after he died, my dad's cancer came back, and then I cared for him until he died in 2018. Now I care for my mum. Did you always think of yourself as a carer? No, I was just looking after my husband, doing what anyone would do for someone they love. I think there are a lot of people who care for family members who haven't thought about it like that before. One day when we were waiting for a bus in Holloway, a woman came up to me and started talking to me. She had seen that I was with my husband, who was in a wheelchair. She asked if I'd heard of the Carers Hub. I hadn't, so she explained what it was and gave me their phone number. It took some time for me to get my head around it, but it really changed my perspective to have that acknowledgement of what I was doing. What is the Islington Carers Hub? It's a service for unpaid carers in Islington. They're very good at giving you the confirmation that what you're doing is important, and they can help you work out what support you're entitled to. When you're a carer, you don't have time to read up about it and do the applications, but at the hub they can do it all really quickly for you because they're so used to it. You just need to tell them what's what, and they will help you with it. They also do social events where you can meet other carers and can tell you about other support out there, like which shops do discounts for carers and where to go if your mental health is bad. Does meeting other carers help? It's a really nice thing. It's important to have some time for yourself and to talk and socialise, because sometimes being a carer can be very lonely. It's nice to be able to talk to somebody and realise you're not the only one. I love my mum so much, but looking after someone else can be tiring because your brain is always at least half focused on the person you're caring for. I don't get much time for myself, but if it wasn't for the Carers Hub, I wouldn't have any at all. What would you say to someone who hasn't yet realised they are an unpaid carer? I used to go into GP surgeries as a volunteer for the Carers Hub to have these exact kinds of conversations with people at appointments with their loved ones. I would tell them that they're known as an unpaid carer and ask them whether they're getting the carer's allowance. I would tell them that there is help out there, including the best one, the Carers Hub. They will sit down with you and explain anything you need to know. They will give you time to be yourself. Do you look after a partner, friend or relative? If you regularly help someone with shopping, paperwork, appointments, or are regularly just on the end of a phone to support someone, Islington Carers Hub is here. Call on 020 7281 3319 or visit islingtoncarershub.org. Health. 6 ways to quit smoking. 1. Make a quit plan. Set a quit date and involve your friends and family for extra support. 2. Keep a smoking diary. Help understand your habits by tracking when and why you smoke. 3. Use stop smoking aids. Try nicotine replacement therapies, vapes or prescription medications to reduce cravings. 4. Contact the Breathe service to get support from professionals. Get advice on available treatments and more. It's free and confidential. Call 020 3633 2609 or visit breathestopsmoking.org. 5. Download the Smoke-Free app. Track your progress, join an online community and get 24/7 access to trained advisors for free. Contact Breathe for more information. 6. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Many people try several times before successfully quitting. Find out more about stop smoking treatments from the NHS, nhs.uk/conditions/stop-smoking-treatments. End of track 9. Track 10, page 18, Decent Homes. Home improvement, planting spring bulbs. How the council is creating a greener, more colourful Islington and how you can do the same. What Islington Council is doing. The borough is looking more beautiful than ever, thanks to the efforts of 51 enthusiastic volunteers of all ages. Together with the council's housing community gardening team, they planted an incredible 11,675 spring bulbs across 6 different estates in October last year. Their hard work has ensured Islington's estates will transform into a sea of colour this spring. The planting focused on creating both beauty and biodiversity by using an array of bulbs. Expect carpets of brightly coloured crocuses to be the first to pop up, followed by daffodils and tulips. Alliums, Cecilia, snowdrops and camassia were also added to keep pollinators happy. What you can do. Want to brighten your own garden or windowsill? Estate gardener Azalea Harley has some tips. In March, snowdrops will have stopped flowering. This means they can be dug up, the bulbs can be separated out and replanted for more flowers next year. Keep on top of weeding. The earlier you do it, the easier it is to keep your garden looking smart. Sow seeds of annual flowers and vegetables such as tomatoes or cosmos in a seed tray on a sunny windowsill, ready to pot in April and plant outside in May. Finish the last of your winter rose pruning. Remove any dead, diseased or damaged wood and cut back healthy stems just above an outward-facing bud. That is, a bud facing away from the main stem, to encourage new shoots. Be brave. Your roses will thank you. Want to join them? Get in touch with the community gardening team. Email hcgt@islington.gov.uk or call 0207 527 5300, option 3. Creating communities. 100 resettled Afghan refugees. Since September 2021, Islington has welcomed more than 100 Afghan families, including 248 adults and 2002 children. The work continues to be recognised by the government as a leading example in resettlement schemes, consistently recognised for the high level of integration support and casework standards. The scheme makes a meaningful difference to people's lives. Some are welcomed after enduring the impacts of war. There are women now going to school for the first time, new friendships developing, voluntary work being carried out, people getting jobs and new residents contributing to the Islington community. Islington has a long and proud history of migration, which has been shaped by communities coming together and supporting each other. As a borough of sanctuary, we always welcome those seeking refuge, including the council's CEO, Victoria Lawson, who in January greeted 2 new arrivals in person and met other resettled families who call Islington their home. Want to join the effort to make Islington a more welcoming place for refugees, migrants and asylum seekers? See how you can get involved at islington.gov.uk, make change, or email resettlement@islington.gov.uk to sign up to the mailing list. Latest developments, Andover. Each issue we shine a light on new homes being built in the borough, this time Franchise Place in Andover. For Priscilla and her family, moving into one of the new homes at Franchise Place has been a life-changing experience. We were thrilled to move in, says Priscilla, who recently received the keys to her new home. Our family had been living in a smaller place on the Andover estate for years. We could watch the construction of the new homes from our window. We couldn't wait to see inside. The development includes 16 new energy-efficient council homes with gardens for local families, 12 three-bedroom townhouses, a 2-bedroom townhouse, a 2-bedroom wheelchair-accessible property, and 2 2-bedroom maisonettes. Built to high environmental and design standards, the homes are well insulated to help reduce heating bills and have private gardens and access to outdoor play space. As part of Islington's commitment to tackling housing inequality, the homes have been allocated under the Council's local lettings policy, meaning local people were prioritised. Our new home feels so much brighter and more spacious, Priscilla continues. My children have room to grow and they can stay at the same school and spend time with their friends. We absolutely love it. In the 1850s, Franchise Place was part of the Longlands estate. In those days, only homeowners, or those who paid certain taxes, could vote. The houses on the estate were built to create more voters, and so the streets were originally given the names of Reform, Franchise, Liberty, and Freehold, to reflect this ambition. Today, the new development has been named Franchise Place in recognition of this history and continues to play a vital role in providing much-needed housing, now with a stronger emphasis on affordability and community well-being. Franchise Place is a testament to Islington Council's ongoing mission to create a fairer borough where everyone has access to a safe and comfortable home. Track 11, page 21, Children and Young People. Spotlight on access to sport. The Holiday Activities with Food HAF programme provides free activities and a healthy lunch for hundreds of young people during the school holidays. We speak to Mehmet Egan, Community Sports Manager at Access to Sports, which is involved in the scheme, about its benefits. Why do you take part in HAF? It fits in so well with everything we do as an organisation. We've been part of the HAF programme for many years. It gives us the opportunity to keep our sessions free for the young people in our community, and quite often we reach young people and families who wouldn't necessarily consider sports, but who come across us and book sessions thanks to being advertised through the HAF programme. What are the benefits? Physical activity helps people maintain a healthy weight and develop agility, balance, and coordination. It also gives young people the opportunity to enjoy themselves, eat good food, and meet others their age, which creates a sense of community. It supports local families too, creating a safe place for young people as a school would during term time. They don't have to worry where meals are going to come from. What's on this Easter? We're at Finsbury Park, the Sue Davis pitch on the Andover estate, the Finsbury Leisure Centre near Angel, and we're running a multi-sports camp at Elthorne Park. We'll also be doing multi-sports and football at Rose Bowl Youth Club, and one of our new tennis programmes will be at Rosemary Gardens. All sessions are free, including equipment and facilities. We hope roller staking returns too. It's very popular. Reader's note, I am guessing that's a misprint. Roller staking should in fact read roller skating. There's something for everyone in the Easter HAF programme, from West End theatre and museum trips to dance and theatre camps, cooking to coding and all sorts of sports. See if you're eligible for HAF and register. islington.gov.uk/HAF. Shooting Stars. Each issue we spotlight a young person who's making a positive contribution to their community. This time, Islington Youth Council's new young mayor, Jimmy Joseph, who was elected in February. I feel happy to be elected young mayor to help Islington and serve its young people. My campaign was "Disability is not inability," and I'd like to thank everyone who voted for me. I'm most looking forward to helping Islington to the best of my ability, ensuring all young people achieve their potential and can overcome any barriers. My inspiration is my mum. I'm also an Arsenal fan, and Saka is my footy hero. A key function of the Young Mayor and the Youth Council is to champion the needs of young people in the borough and raise awareness of issues affecting them. To find out more about Islington's Youth Council, visit islington.gov.uk/Youth Council or follow them on X and Instagram at IslingtonYC. End of track 11. Track 12, Local Life, in conversation with Ali, founder of Carib Eats. The Black Cultural Centre on Hornsey Road was opened by the Council in November 2024. A different black-led organisation takes over running the centre every 3 months from February to April this year. It's Carib Eats' turn. We caught up with founder Ali Kakande to find out how it's going and what we can expect from their time running the show. Carib's Eats is all about bringing people together through food, culture and connection. We started with a simple idea: creating spaces where people, especially those from the global majority, can enjoy delicious, culturally relevant meals while feeling a sense of belonging and community. It's run by us and for us. We're a social enterprise that started out during COVID as a response to a WhatsApp message from an elderly man who needed food. He specifically wanted Caribbean food, so I dropped off 2 plates of it to him. The rest is history. We did food deliveries for several years. Then I started to think about bringing people together to eat in a community space. Our canteen is for those who need a meal or who maybe live by themselves, so it tackles social isolation as well as hunger. When you come to a canteen, you aren't alone anymore. We have deliberately laid it out in such a way that it means nobody can come in and not be acknowledged. We believe food is more than just something to eat. It's a way to combat social isolation, celebrate heritage, and create opportunities for deeper connections. The average age of a canteen user is 60 to 70 years old, and it can be so lonely for that age group, so these kinds of spaces are important for them. We want to make sure people feel welcome and valued. We always treat everyone the same, no matter who is visiting and for what purpose. Leave your airs and graces at the door. The essence of it is love and respect for each other. Sometimes people come and say, "Ali, I didn't know I needed this today," and that's something that I really want to grow. Everyone is welcome, and it's a mixture of people who attend. We're so excited to bring Carib Eats to the Black Cultural Centre. We're aiming to host weekly canteens where people can enjoy home-cooked meals and good vibes, plus a mix of events like AI workshops, which are a great way to introduce people to new opportunities in tech. We will be run by Kofi Opong from an organisation called the Urban MBA. We'll have panel talks on entrepreneurship and supper clubs with guest chefs. We're also buzzing about the Carib Eats Lounge, where we'll have poetry and spoken word nights. It's going to be a vibe. Our goal is to leave a lasting impact by showing the value of spaces that truly reflect the culture and needs of the black community in Islington. Whether it's food, culture, or learning new skills, we're here to support the community in ways that feel meaningful and empowering. The Black Cultural Centre is more than just a space. It's a symbol of representation and possibility. It's a place where people can come and feel a sense of ownership and pride. It's about having a space that reflects us, our stories and our aspirations, and we're honoured to be part of that. On a personal note, I lived and worked in Islington for several years. Life was a little harder then, so it feels like I'm back where I'm supposed to be, with Carib Eats. I hope I can lead by example. Don't wait till you're ready and everything is perfect. Just start. To find out more about the Black Cultural Centre, check out the website and sign up to the mailing list, blackculturalcentre.co.uk. Beautifying Barnard Park. Barnard Park has undergone a massive transformation over the past few years. With the improvement works now at the finishing stages, it's set to become a real gem for all of the community. The 3G football pitch opened in December 2023 and is already a big hit, with lots of women and girls football teams making use of it. This, alongside the new outdoor gym and walking routes, means it's easier than ever for people in the area to keep active and have fun. While children love the playground and water play features, older people will enjoy the new all-weather pathways and added seating. The community hub is due to open soon, and visitors will spot lots of new trees, planting and more benches and grass space for play and picnics too. Being out in nature has huge benefits for our health and well-being. Why not come along and try to spot some spring flowers? Small journey, big impact. New pedestrian access point at Hornsey Street Reuse and Recycling Centre. Recycling is closer than you think. Scan me for directions. Cables, small appliances, batteries, printer cartridges, electricals, mobile phones. Check what you can bring at nlwa.gov.uk/Hornsey Street. North London Waste Authority. This is the end of track 12 and the end of the recording.